Hi, I'm Phyllis, southernfrugal.com. Tonight we're going to have, for really this is our main meal of the day. We just sort of had some leftovers for lunch. So we're going to have the eggs like my mother fixed. So we're just going to call these Mama's eggs, okay? Alright, so I'm going to fix 4 eggs. I'm also fixing some rice because we just happen to like eggs and rice sometimes at night. Alright, so we've got 4 eggs, and I'm going to do them just exactly like my mother made them. And we had eggs probably, I don't know, 6 days out of 7 for breakfast, and they were always scrambled. So she cracked them on the inside of the bowl so you don't get eggshells in the egg. And the next thing she did was pick all those little white things off the eggs. Now, those are the little things that hold the yolk in the middle of the egg. And she took them out because she said they would show up white in scrambled eggs if you didn't take them out. So we know that each egg's got probably 2 on it. We take as much of it out as we can get out with a fork. Sorry, there goes my little Steely. Steely! Steely! Alright, so we got all this out. Usually 2. You go in there with Papa. Go on, Mama's recording. Alright, so now we're going to beat the eggs. And just put a little bit of salt in them. Now, she always had salt on the table. So if anybody wanted more, they could salt their eggs. But of course you can't take it out once you get it in, so she just put a couple of dashes in the eggs. She beat them really, really good. And the next thing she did is what makes them so good. She added evaporated milk. Now you have to, you have to use the whole evaporated milk. That low fat or no fat won't work. So put about 1/4 of a cup, and I did spill some of that, about 1/4 of a cup in the eggs. Now I'm going to go ahead and put about a teaspoon of butter in my skillet. I've got my skillet warming. And that was my rice, my Instant Pot cooking the rice. So we've got the skillet heating up there with about 1 teaspoon of butter. Now, my mother used bacon grease to cook the eggs, but she didn't use much, and she did it in a cast iron skillet always. Yeah, I've definitely spilled some of that milk trying to show y'all. Anyway, any kind of evaporated milk will work. Just make sure it's the whole milk and not the no fat or low fat kind, because you want the fat in there. Now, the evaporated milk is going to make the eggs more yellow. I know, that's a surprise, right? But that's what it actually does. I'm moving y'all closer now. All right, now we're ready. So we got the skillet on medium. Now you do need some kind of oil or something in there. And I just like the taste of butter. Now this is a no-stick skillet, but I still put some kind of something in there when I'm cooking, some kind of oil. Alright, so we just want to make sure those are really beat up really well. And we want to cook them low. So even though it's hot and bubbly now, I've turned it down to medium low. I'm going to put them in because the eggs are cold, so they'll cool off that skillet a little bit. Alright, so now we're just going to wait and let it start cooking on the bottom. And then we're going to pull it over some and let what's not cooked run down into that area. I might have to actually turn my burner up just a little bit. So it's cooked just a little bit. Yeah, we'll turn it up. Yeah, so we'll talk a little bit while this is warming up more. So we had bacon and eggs or sausage and eggs almost every morning. We did not have grits, but sometimes we had hash browns. Of course, they would be homemade. And then some days, if it was grapefruit season, you know, along about Christmas and a little bit after, we would have grapefruit in a bowl with sugar in it. She would take it all out of the peeling and put it in a bowl and put some sugar in it. And I do remember always getting hungry before lunchtime on the days that we had that. But of course, if you know y'all were a child of the 50s, you know you ate what was presented to you. Nobody ever said, "Oh, I don't want that." And of course, we were not allowed to eat cereal for breakfast, even in the 50s, but we could eat it at night as like a bedtime snack. Daddy allowed that, but not for breakfast. All right, this is cooking well, pretty good. Let me move y'all closer. There. We're going to let it cook on the bottom some, and then we're going to scrape it over, trying to get y'all situated. So we'll just let it cook a little bit, and then we're going to pull it over and let what's not cooked run down to the other side of the skillet. Yeah, like that. Just scoot it over to one side. Let it run down. Can y'all see how the eggs are getting darker? I don't know if it shows up on the camera, but they actually start turning a deeper gold when you put the evaporated milk in there. So just turn it down a little bit. And of course, the slower you cook eggs, the better they taste. I'm sure y'all already know that. Yeah, I remember the first time that I had a turned over egg. I was spending the night with a friend of mine. She just lived a couple of houses down from me. And we had a turned over egg and toast for breakfast. No bacon or sausage or anything. And I had never had that before. And of course it was runny on the inside. And I had certainly never had that before. And so my friend said, "Oh yeah, it's really good. What you do is dip your toast in the runny part of the egg." And I decided I liked it, yeah. But I'd never ever had that at home. I think my mother fixed maybe turned over eggs for my dad, but we always had scrambled eggs. All right, so we are about there. I'm going to go ahead and turn my burner off because you want them a little bit shiny. Let it cook just a little bit more. And they'll be ready. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get the rest of the plates ready. There's what they look like. See, they're still shiny. That's what you're looking for. Shiny scrambled eggs. That makes them moist, soft, and they taste really good. All right, y'all, we'll be back in just a minute. Let me get this stuff on the plate. All right, I've got everything on the plate. We're ready to eat. Now, we've got some jasmine rice, and I did cook that in my Instant Pot. That might be the first time I cooked rice in it. I'm not sure. But anyway, Mr. Bucky likes the salsa. This is organic, medium salsa. He puts it on his rice. There are the eggs. And this is the pudding left over from last night when I made the eclairs. And I just put some of the little wild blueberries on top. And here's my plate, and I have got butter on my rice. I love this jasmine rice, especially with eggs. I'm not sure why. And there's my pudding and my blueberries. And of course we've got our iced tea. So this is our supper for tonight. All right, we will see y'all next time. Bye for now.